What's going on, everybody? Today we are bringing you a GKTech unboxing video for Josh's S15 drift build that we are doing in the shop. We got a bunch of stuff here. I really didn't go over anything beforehand, so we're both going to be surprised. I don't know what Josh got from GKTech, but let's dive into it and see what we got. I sort of tried to organize these rear and front. This is all suspension stuff as far as I know. So we're gonna dive into the rear first and see what we got here. And maybe we'll talk about some stuff that I like, stuff that I don't. I believe there's stuff in here that I've actually never even seen before from GKTech. So that'll be interesting too. See, I should have opened these boxes beforehand. We got double boxes. But these are S14, 15 toe arms. So let's check these out. You guys have probably seen these before. I feel like we've done some videos on these. Actually, to be honest with you, I might not have seen the S14 ones in a while, because this is angled. I haven't seen this from GKTech in a minute. But yeah, standard GKTech product, all black, of course. Best looking arms on the market right now. And they even come with the dust boots too, for the heim joints at the bottom. But yeah, nice angled arm, so lowered cars can have enough clearance from the subframe and everything like that. That's basically the reason these are angled, so that when the car's slammed, it has enough room for clearance issues. But yeah, these will be for the rear. They even include instructions in here. GKTech always gives you some big ass stickers. So if you are fans of stickers, you are gonna love this company, because they are not skimping on stickers. And I like that they actually give you the instructions instead of just hoping that you go online, because to be honest with you, a lot of the people that buy these arms, they're not going online. Even my technicians, they'll open the box and they'll be like, okay, let's go put it on first before we look at any instructions online. It's like, no, you're supposed to look at the instructions first, but people don't tend to do that. They want a hard copy of the instructions. So they give you all the measurements here. They even tell you what to do. They give you the minimum length, OEM length. They even give you the OEM length. So you can just set this up for the OEM one. You don't have to match it to the original ones that you got. They also show you the max length that you can extend it, which is very important, because if you guys are extending these under the car and you're not sure if you have enough threads inside, you could run into a problem where it just pops off on the track, and then it's gonna be a pretty bad day. Your alignment's gonna be off and everything else. They tell you the sizes of all the hardware. It's a lot of helpful information here. And it's just one sheet of paper, real simple. But they also tell you to check out their YouTube. They do have a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. They have a bunch of install videos. And like I said, a bunch of stickers. All right, so we put this one to the side. I love the dust boots. One of my favorite parts about GKTech stuff is the dust boots. For street cars, this is a big thing. Throw these over here. Now we are planning on doing an install video of all of this stuff. We're just kind of, we're waiting for the car to be at the right point in time to do that. Unfortunately, it might not happen this month, so it might be a next month situation. We would like to have the engine bay painted, prepped, suspension wheel wells done before we actually start putting all this on, so we don't have to put it on twice. I'm just gonna open this one up. Not even gonna look. If I had to take a guess, it's gonna be a rear upper control arm, because that's probably the only other thing that could fit in here. Yes, rear upper control arms. So same situation as what we just saw. Angled, so you can avoid suspension clearance issues, I guess is the way to say that. I'm not sure. But yeah, basically these are just angled so you can avoid contacting the subframe. That's the subframe and the frame rails, I believe, are a big contact point for these. But once you lower the car, the arms are all pointing towards the sky. So this kind of corrects that. Same joints in the front. These are replaceable too, I believe. I believe all these heim joints you can get separately on their website. So if anything fails, you can just buy them separately and just swap them in. Pretty nice. Same instructions, same dimensions, same stickers, same boots. Best part, And they kind of make it an option. You can throw these on or not if you don't want. If it's just a track car and you're not really like seeing a lot of road grime, salt, anything like that, you might not need it, and it'll be a little bit easier to see if something failed without the boot on. So that's kind of why it's an option. I would say those are the two most important arms for the rear of any S chassis, is the tow arm and the camber arm. And to be honest, neither one is more important than the other. They're kind of something you want to do both at the same time. All right, what we got here? Oh wow, this is something I wasn't expecting. This is a brace kit, or a reinforcement, subframe reinforcement kit. So this is cool. Same, more stickers. You can never have enough stickers. This is a pretty cool one. We've never done one of these on YouTube. So this is GKTech's subframe reinforcement kit. Basically just to strengthen the rear subframe, because I have seen subframes crack before and they were on front street cars, so this is actually pretty fitting. So they basically just include some raw sheet metal components with dimples in them for style and weight reduction, all that good stuff. And then they give you instructions and they tell you where to weld all these in. Anyone can really do it. If you know how to weld, you can put these in. It's not anything too crazy, unless the subframe is tweaked really bad. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Take a look at the instructions real quick. I've never actually, we might have done a couple of these in the shop before, but I don't really remember them. Pretty cool. It also makes your subframe look pretty badass as well, so. This one is specifically for S14, 15, R33, and R34 subframes. So those subframes are all close enough that they can all fit this kit. They might be the exact same, but I'm not sure. Maybe Eddie can throw up some photos of what a subframe would look like with these plates installed. But they have amazing instructions for this. These are probably the most thorough instructions I've seen for any of their products so far. But they basically tell you exactly what to do. They're telling you where to clean, what bolts to have on there, what torque they should be, everything, so that everything is 100% before you go to weld everything on. Because if you're missing some stuff here and there and then you weld this on, you might tweak the subframe a little bit and then you go to put a bolt in and it won't fit. So really cool that they included all these instructions. And I'm sure our fab guy Frankie is going to have a blast with this. Most people that fabricate actually love doing these installs because everything's given to you. Because most of the time you have to cut all these out yourself and create all these. This is already created by GKTech, so it's pretty much just prep work and welding everything on. And then most likely we'll be giving this to our powder coater and having him sandblast and powder coat the whole thing. And everything is coated in oil as well, which is nice because it won't rust. Okay, well that was the first surprise for me. I did not expect that. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so this I'm used to. These are the traction rods for the rear suspension. Same situation as all the other stuff. Adjustable. Now, we've talked about this in many videos, but when you guys go to install these, make sure, you know, when you go to adjust them, you're holding both ends of this and you're just adjusting the center rod because that will adjust it evenly. Instead of what some customers do or what we've seen before when they bring the cars in, they'll get these out of the box and they'll just be like, okay, yep, that's the right size, let's mount it on. That's incorrect. Because now when we go to adjust this, we have all the threads hidden in here that we can't use, and this is about to fall out. So it needs to be done correctly from the start, or else whoever's doing your alignment is gonna have a bad time, and they're probably gonna tell you that they can't hit the specific alignment specs that you want. Same thing again with the instructions. They give you diagrams, they give you the OEM length. Damn, that is very helpful because the traction rod is pretty much what controls the toe curve under compression, stuff like that. So it's a pretty important component if you're building a competition car, which Josh will end up using this for competition use. So It's a pretty important component to have, but definitely the last of the rear arms that I would suggest that you need. You don't need that to have fun in a drift car, but it is helpful. All right. I believe all of this is for the front, so let's see what's in this bag. I know what's in this bag because we have a million of them here, but one of my more favorite products from GKTech, I would say, just because it's very useful for a lot of different people. The e-brake extension arm for the stock brake caliper. What this does is it replaces the OEM factory part and just adds a little bit of leverage to it, so that when you pull your cable handbrake, you're getting some more added mechanical leverage to it, and it'll lock the calipers up a little sooner. Something that if you can afford and you can install it yourself, you should probably just buy these, honestly. I mean, I've never seen any of them break, and it's just a little bit of an extra thing to add to your handbrake. Especially if you're not gonna do a hydraulic handbrake, which a lot of us don't like to do anyway. That would be something good to have. So pretty cool that they sent that to him. We can throw that on when we're putting the whole rear end together. And also, talking about brakes, they sent him a full brake line kit for the car. So we have rear stainless lines and front stainless lines. Let me see, why are there 3 in here? Must be something I don't know of. Unless there's a clutch line, I don't know. I'm gonna open this up and possibly look up the part number right now because I wanna see. These are the front brake lines, which are really nice, honestly. I haven't seen their brake lines in a long time. DOT? Damn, GKTech is really stepping up their game here. Not to mention this nice little aluminum bracket that goes into the coilover. This is something that a lot of companies do not give you. So that's cool, and you can put the OEM clip that we sell on the website. You can put that on there too, so it'll hold the brake line where it's supposed to be from the factory. Now, these are definitely brake lines, but after doing some quick research, I have found nothing out. So I believe what's going on is they sent him a full set of front and rear brake lines for S13, 14, 15, and then they sent him another set of what looks like to be rear lines for maybe a Z32 caliper, I'm not sure. So maybe they're trying to just cover all their bases. But yeah, I'm not sure what those are for exactly. I gotta talk to Josh and see if he knows. All right, so brake lines are covered. Let's get this big ass box out of my way. I've never seen a box this big from GKTech, so whatever this is, I have not got from them before. And it's a sway bar. And we got even big. The bigger the box, the bigger the sticker. That's what you're getting. So if you order something big, you're getting a big sticker. And you're getting 17 of them. So like I said, if you guys like stickers, you're covered. All right, let's get this thing out of here. Damn. This must be their, what I believe is like their super adjustable front, maybe like high clearance sway bar. Because this is not a factory sway bar. There's no mounting points on the side for a normal end link. So this is definitely more of a race spec type front sway bar. Let's see what else we got. Maybe there'll be some more stuff over here. Okay, this might be related to this part because I don't recognize the part number. We're all going to be learning today. Okay. This is related to this. You got some crazy sway bar components. And we got the instructions. Let's see what they call this thing. Yeah, I mean, it seems like this thing is really just designed for clearance, ground clearance, engine clearance. If you got, engine swaps. I know 1JZs cause a lot of problems in the front ends of these cars as far as their oil pan is concerned. And I'm sure this is just a lot more adjustable. It's definitely a quality part, I can tell you that. It's definitely way more beefy than the OEM bar. Feels heavier, it might be solid, which would be crazy, but I guess it wouldn't be crazy, but. And it looks like they want you to mount this exactly where the factory front sway bar mounts. So this should be relatively easy. You're just gonna put these on the end of this bar. In any position you want, they just gotta be preferably even to each other. But whichever position gets you the best clearance for your application is pretty much what they want. And they have a lot of options. You can see it's splined right there. So there's a lot of different options for installing these bars. And they got everything in the instructions as well. So they even got torque specs on there. But yeah, some pretty good instructions for this one as well. And diagrams. And then on the ends of these levers, they have these standard 3-point positions for your front sway bar. So I believe, yeah, we have front end links. And it looks like the front end links are just standard end links. So just standard S chassis end links that can be used on this. Bolt this here and you're good. I like these end links because they got boots on them. They're very OEM styled. We got hardened rubber down here. Nothing super crazy. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't know why you would need this. It might be an angle thing. I got to talk to Josh. I'm not sure why he went with this setup, but GKTech might just want to promote this bar since I could definitely see this being very useful for different engine swapped cars, but I just haven't done enough research on these bars. I don't know what the massive benefit is on these things. We'll see when we go to install everything. All right, moving on down. We got another small box here. This looks like a lockout kit. So this would actually be for the rear of the car, but just your standard eccentric adjustment lockout kit. So basically your OEM eccentric bolts are getting removed and you're putting this in its place with these washers. That way, if you hit any bumps on the road or anything like that, the eccentric washers, the OEM adjustment points for the alignment on most factory cars are just eccentric bolts. These bolts can shift pretty easily, especially when you're drifting and doing anything of that nature. So since you're already installing adjustable arms, you might as well just get rid of these eccentric bolts because you're just adding another point of failure. So installing these in their place is definitely a good upgrade. You definitely want to just grab these when you're doing rear arms. Okay, I thought what we were gonna see here would be like maybe some front tension arms, but they both are not, and they both are part numbers that I do not recognize, so more stuff that we've never installed here. First one, I mean, I can pretty much tell what this is. This is a tension rod bracket tension rod bracket reinforcement plate is what I would call this. So there's two of them in here. If you guys are familiar with the S chassis front end, you'll recognize this right away. This is basically going to weld into the tension rod, the OEM tension rod bracket, just to add some strength to it. These brackets do tend to bend and other stuff when you're hitting shit, but there is a lot of stress on these components, so it's definitely a good thing to brace, and that will coincide with this piece right here, which I believe is what I would call a power brace type bracket for the front tension rod bracket. So this is basically to connect both sides of the front tension rod bracket together. So it would go in the rear like this. And what this does is, does it go in the rear? I guess it goes kind of more in the middle. I kind of forget right now. Oh wait, there's one right behind you, Eddie. So it actually does go in the rear. It connects more of the rear end of this because the two fronts are connected to the lower rad support, but the rear is not connected to each other. So this just adds some strength to it. Now, all this needs to be welded in. So, but they do give you all the stuff you're gonna need. assuming something goes like this. I don't know. But your fabricator will figure it out. But basically you're creating your own power brace, because you can't see it on the one on the wall in the back, but the power brace does have supports underneath, and it also does have that bar connecting them. So you're basically creating your own Nismo power brace. And you can powder coat it any color you want. So it's kind of cool. Not to mention, this is definitely going to be stronger than a regular power brace. I do suggest having this mounted on a jig, or preferably just leaving it on the car while they tack everything in, so that everything is 100% even. Because if you try to do this on a bench somewhere and then put it in the car, I guarantee nothing's going to line up. So yeah, you definitely want to do this while it's bolted to the car. But yeah, some cool stuff. I'm kind of confused why we don't have front arms for this car, but I bet Josh is using some stuff he already has, or he's taking off of another car potentially. So yeah, hope you guys like this unboxing. We have all this stuff on our website, so check out factionmotorsports.com. We are doing a $1,500 GKTech giveaway this month as well. So every $5 spent on our website will get you an entry to win the $1,500 giveaway from GKTech. And what that giveaway consists of is basically anything you want. You can get anything here. Honestly, everything here is probably halfway to $1,500. So a $1,500 value at GKTech is a lot of money. So if you guys want a chance to win, just buy anything on our website. Faction merch is double entries. And yeah, we'll be picking the winner April 1st. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you when we install the stuff.